Blue crystal eyes, colors of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on there, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, colors of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Bezerra de Menezes, apostle of the good, receive our prayers and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold night, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flow down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their heart, with love in their heart. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. For my mother's farina, harvest of wonderful blessings. Make you, small son, a good Christian. Make you, small son, a good Christian. is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just have to put love in action. Helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have no frontiers. To see all these transformations, we just have to put love in action.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Ooh, ooh.
Another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start. When the sun turns off the moonlight, we get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise. And on the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, a new beginning calling after every end. There are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, and a new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
When I go in to pray, I look for my good Jesus. And when I close my eyes, I can feel all His light. I open my heart for all He has to say. He shows me the best way I can enjoy my life. Jesus, they never we apart. Please bring all your light to shine inside my heart. Jesus, Jesus, I can be content. I have your endless love and your protecting hand.
Hello, friends. Good evening. It's so nice to be here with you all. How is everybody doing today? So, we thank you for joining us for our Spiritist talk of tonight. Before we start, like we always want to share you some news or some tips with you guys. So, first, we ask you that if you're able to turn off your phone notifications. Really enjoy this time with us by finding a quiet place if possible, and remembering that our meeting has a 30-minute presentation followed by Q&A. And after the presentation, as we always do, we'll have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So I invite you right now to set a container with potable water that can be magnetized and that you can drink, you and your family can drink after the meeting. So our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Concafras Americas through their Facebook, and also every Wednesday, 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. If you want to know more about Spiritism, you're so much invited to join us to this course called Get to Know Spiritism. That it's a free online course, so it happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We started a new cohort of students. It's early September, but you still can join us. The registration link is in our chat, and you can contact us with any questions that you have. Another very important information is that we offer gospel at home. And if you don't know what the gospel at home is, it's actually an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. So once a week, you and your family members can sit around the table and actually study the gospel. And you read a little bit of the gospel and you make comments about it. Um, we can, help you get started, motivate you, and guide you in establishing and maintaining this practice at your home. And you can request our assistance just by putting, a request in the chat or contacting us. So just let us know. There are so many benefits to implementing the gospel at home in our houses. We also have a book of prayers, or what do we call a book of vibrations. So you are welcome to put your name, somebody else's name, maybe somebody asked you to pray for them, or you know someone who needs some prayer, and you can put their names in this online confidential list that we have, and they can be incarnate or discarnate, and the person you indicate in that very, very short form will be assisted by good spirits to provide healing energy and strengthen goodwill. Right? We all need that those days. So please find the link in the chat. All right. Now to the thing of today. So today we are studying chapter 2 of the Gospel according to Spiritism with the title. So that chapter is My Kingdom is Not of This World. And we're going to be studying today items 5 and 7 that talk about the point of view about the future life. And today, our friend Marceli is the one who's going to lead us in this reflections. So let's invite Marceli today so that oh, almost forgot. So put any comments and questions in the chat. We love those. We read all of them, and we'll address all your comments and questions at the end of the talk. So now let's bring our friend Marceli. So let's do our initial prayer for us. Good evening.
Hey, Anna. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you.
Right. I'll see you soon.
Sorry?
I'll see you soon. Can you do our prayer?
You soon, too soon. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's do our initial prayer. Let's close our eyes if we wish. Elevate our thoughts, thanking God, Mother Mary. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this opportunity to be here one more Tuesday in order to learn a little bit more about your teachings. May you help us, may the good spirits inspire me during this explanation, during these reflections about your gospel. I can convey the message the better way I can. And may all of us can practice the teachings of today's study in our lives. We thank you for this day. We thank you for our lives, our families, friends, our health, and everything you have done to us. And we ask you, dear God, to stay with us today and always. So be it. Okay, so good evening again. As Anna said, today we will talk about the chapter 2, the gospel from the gospel according to Spiritism. The chapter is "My Kindle is not of this world," and the item 5 to 7, and the point of view about future life. So let's start our reflection, our study. Um, this chapter starts with the Kardec saying this text. The clear and precise idea that one holds of the future life provides an unshakable faith in the future. This faith carries enormous consequences for the moralization of the human beings because it completely changes the point of view from which they consider earthly life. So, if we know that the life doesn't end with the death of the body, the material body, we can have the hope of we can have the hope of the our future life actually. Yeah, so we can enjoy this opportunity to we enjoy this opportunity of the good things or bad things that happens to us, and we can learn from our mistakes. We have the opportunity to help people, the people around us, or the people who we don't know, to take care of the loved ones, right? And to understand that we are here just it's a brief passage. We will not be here forever. So if we understand that there will be a future life, we we can realize that this is the opportunity that I have, this life and the temporary life that I have to make better, because the God of law is the progress. Okay, so everyone needs to progress. So we are here with the purpose. Okay, so we are not here like on just by chance. God has lots of things to do, so He doesn't create a soul when the body, like when someone gives a birth, when a woman gives a birth. Okay, so our spirits are eternal, so we are here and we will be here many more times if we need, because we need to progress. We need to evolve ourselves. And then I brought this here so we can reflect a little bit. Believing the future lives shape our entire existence. I put these two things so we can think and we can reflect a little bit about. So the future restricted to this life. So there are a lot of people who think, who are on their beliefs is when we die, everything ends and that's it. I like my soul dies with my body. So for this type of people, they they suffer a lot because they have no hope in the future, right? They think like, or maybe they think, oh, I'm going to enjoy my life in the best way I can. I'm going to like, they put all their effort, all their attention to the material things. So studies, marriages, monies, respect to the law of man. And I'm not saying that we don't need to do that. I'm saying that we don't need to put all of our attention in the material things, in the things that when we um, discarnate, we will not take with us. So if I get lots of money, if I work a lot, I'm a hardworking worker. I'm getting lots of money. I buy lots of houses and cars. I can travel. I can do lots of things like material things. When I die, when my body dies, I will not take anything of those things with me, right? So the thing that I'm going to take with me is the experience that I have, is the opportunity that I had to do good, to help people, to be charitable, to be a charitable person, to understand the Jesus teachings, and to try to be a better human being. Every incarnation that we have is like our current incarnation. We are our best version. So we were in the past ones worse than we are now. So um, think of this. I need to understand that I need to evolve. So because we will, as I said, we will need to come back. If like we will probably come back many other times if we need, right? If we don't evolve ourselves, and it's really difficult to evolve in just one incarnation, like 100%. We can do lots of things, but like 100%, it's like I don't know anybody who does that. So, in thinking of that, I needed to understand that the material things comes like I'm not saying that we don't need to have anything. Of course, we do, and if we have a chance to do in a honesty way, right? Um, if we are not doing anything bad to anyone in order to get something for us, it's okay, right? If you work, you will get the thing, like the compensation. And in another hand, the future beyond this life, uh, it's with some restrictions, resignations, morality, and privations. So Marcelle, are you saying to me that I need to live a life with lots of restrictions, resignations, morality, and privations? Why? If I want to be happy, Jesus said that the happiness is not of this world, right? But he wasn't saying that we cannot be happy. The only thing that he was saying that we cannot be 100% happy in this life. And we will need to deal with some restrictions, resignations, morality, and privations in order to evolve ourselves. Because if I just want to enjoy, I want to travel, I want to go to parties, I want to hang out with my friends, I want to spend lots of monies with material things, and I forget about my soul, I forget about being a better person, I forget about the people who are beside of me and need my help and need some sometimes just a hug, sometimes just a smile, sometimes just one word like I'm here, everything is going to be okay. Oh, God knows everything. Everything happens for a reason. So if we think about that, We will deal with the struggles that we have in this life in a better way, right? So we need to think that um, if I believe that this life ends with the material body death, I will be very frustrated because I don't have hope in the future. And the Spiritism comes exactly bringing this hope for us, bringing the consolation, right? So let's move on to the to the message here. Continuing the Kardec message, he says the vicissitudes and tribulations of life are not more than incidents which they bear with patience, because they know that they are only of short duration and that they must be followed by a happier state. Everything passes. Nothing is eternal, only our souls. So if you are struggling with something, it will pass. Be sure that it will pass. And if you think that, if you understand that there will be a future life, there will be, it's our true life, is the spiritual life, is not this life that we are here. This is just a passage. This is just to learn how to love, how to forgive, right? Because this planet is a school for us, right? So we need to enjoy every single moment that we can to learn in this school called Earth. And then we have like short-term happiness and long-term happiness. If I put all my attention, if I put everything that I have and all my like ambitions, all my desires in material worlds, I I probably be happy because like money can buy lots of things, right? We can buy lots of things, but we cannot buy healthy health, right? We cannot buy peace of mind with money, right? We cannot buy um, a life, someone who just passed away. We cannot buy, bring this person back to us. So the money can buy only the material things, and the material things we are not taking with us when we are gone. So we can have everything that we want, and that it's will not prejudice anybody, like do anybody and do any bad thing to anybody, right? But instead of putting all of our attention, all of our efforts in the material world, we need to think in the spiritual world. It's where all of our loved ones are, the ones that passed away before us. And the Spiritist brings us the hope that we will meet them again once we discarnate, right? We will meet them. We don't know like if it's going to be right away. It depends on us. And them too, right? Because it depends on everyone's actions, everyone's behavior, everyone's like it will depend on the things that I'm making now, that I'm doing now in order to evolve or not. If I just listen the bad bad voice in my mind that they always say to me like do this, do that, but only the material thing, I probably will not evolve the the way that I need to. So we need to have a balance. We can have the material things, but we need to put more effort in the spiritual thing. because sometimes we see lots of people like having good things, and like other ones who put lots of effort in their spiritual world, in their future life, and it is like the person who puts lots of effort in the spiritual life is not, doesn't have lots of like material things, and they think, oh my gosh, what's happening, like I do everything right, I help people, I go to the church, I go to the spirit center, wherever. I try to be a better person. I try to evolve myself, but nothing happens good to me, or maybe everything good happens to that person who doesn't like um, do good to others. Don't go that people, that person, they don't go to like, they don't have any religion. And I'm not saying that we need to be a spiritist, no, especially because Jesus did not bring any religion when he came. He just brought his teachings. But the spiritism brings us lots of consolation, lots of truth that we can have hope in the future life. But one thing that I was saying, that these two people, one that put their attention in the material life, and the other one who puts the attention in the spiritual life, like they can compare themselves, and the person who doesn't have like lots of resource, saying that, why am I doing everything right? Am I being a good person? Why I cannot have everything that person has? And I can tell you that this is what, like, the spirits, that they don't want us to evolve ourselves, they do that. They help that people to get everything that they want, so they don't have any time to think in God, to even thank God to the things that they get. So don't compare your life with anybody else, only with yourself. Like, I need to compare my life, I need to compare myself with the person who I was yesterday. Am I better today? Am I progressing myself? Am I evolving myself? If not, we need to think about it. Okay. So for those who don't believe in the afterlife, the loss of even the least of their possessions cause urgent hurt, a disappointment, a frustrated hope, an unsatisfied ambition, and injustice, of which they are the victim. Wounded pride of vanity are also torments that make their life a perennial agony. And in this way, they intentionally cause themselves true torment at every moment. So the person who is very materialist, they suffer a lot if something doesn't go well, doesn't go the way that they planned. They will suffer a lot. They will think that they are victim every time, every single time, because they are very attached to the material things. They think that their life is going to end when they die, and they have to have everything that they want. And if something goes wrong, like, the suffering comes and install in their lives. Taking their point of view from earthly life, at whose center they place themselves, everything around them assumes vast proportions. The evil that reaches them, as well as the good that falls on others, everything takes on a great importance in their eyes. So they think that, like, um, if they, as I was saying, like if something bad happened to them, they suffer a lot because they don't think like, no, it will pass. Everything shall pass. Everything, as I was saying. So if something happens in our lives and it's not good, it's not the way that I thought that I was. But I planned everything. I planned every single step. I did everything right, and it didn't happen. So maybe didn't mean to be. Maybe it wasn't for your happiness. It wasn't for your progress. There are lots of frustrations in our lives, right? Lots of resignations, lots of things that we need to cope. But if we trust in God, if you believe in Jesus, that He came here, He brought His example for us, and He was humiliated, yeah, by everyone. He wasn't understood by people, and He is a very pure spirit. Imagine us. So we need to be humble. We need to think that the world everything that happens is not about me, right? I'm not the center of the world. I need to think, like I need to slow down of my thinks, right? My thoughts, sorry. I slow down of my thoughts, and I need to try to see another perspective, a better perspective, that is future life. And for those who believe in the afterlife, so death no longer has anything terrifying about it, and it is not longer a door to nothingness, but rather the deliverance that opens to the exile and the entryway to a dwelling place of happiness and peace. Knowing they are in a temporary, not final situation, they accept the worries of life with more indifference, which results in a composer of spirits that mitigates their afflictions. In other words, like when I think that there will be another life, I don't get afraid of the death anymore. I don't get terrified. Uh, of course, like I'm saying about me, like I don't want to die today. I would like to live a long life. I would I would like to be with the people I love, right? But I don't know God's plans, right? So I am a spiritist person. I believe in a afterlife, in a future life. So I know that I'm not here like forever. This is a short period of time that we are here, and there is a purpose for me to stay here, right? So I if- because I believe in the things that the spiritism brings to us, I like if something happens, like bad happens to me, I'm not saying that I'm not get like I don't get sad. I am a human being, right? I get sad, and it is okay get sad if something happens, like something not very good happens to us. But I'm not like I don't put all of my feelings in this situation. I we need to be smart, and we need to think that something happens everything happens for a reason, right? So I need to learn from my mistakes and from my experience, and will each show will pass. So it's a pain in the moment that happens to us, but I need to understand that this pain maybe is purifying my soul. I'm getting better through this pain. I don't know, maybe, right? So those who identify themselves with the future life are like a rich person who loses a small sum without being disturbed by it. Those who concentrate their thought on this earthly life are like a poor person who loses everything he or she owns and becomes desperate. If we lose something like material thing, we can be sad, right? Because uh suppose that I worked a lot and I bought something that I really wanted, and then for some reason I lost that. I'm going to be sad. Yeah, it is okay to be sad, but we have these more important things to be sad when we lose. And they actually not things. Our loss, like the more important losses, are the people who we love, that we temporarily we lose them here when they passed away before us. But if I believe in the Spiritism and its teachings, I will know that we will meet again in the future. We don't know when, because there is no a rule for that. It depends on us. But I I don't get desperate if I lose something material. I will be sad, okay, but it will pass. I will be okay later on. But the people or the person who puts all their love in the material thing, they don't know how to deal with these situations. So that's why we need to think a little bit more. We think like in our future lives. And I brought this question here. So what determines the size of the stone you carry? So what, like, uh, if I say, oh my gosh, I work so hard, I cannot have anything. I like the inflation is so high, the economy is so bad. I only work, and I'm not getting anything that I want. So this person who thinks like that might think that their stone is very, very heavy. But think in another way, a person who it's a very good person, very good friend, son or daughter, wife or husband, um, and this person does lots of good things, and it suddenly, out of the blue, discover that has a very, very serious disease. So, which one, like, of these two examples that I brought here, thinks that carries the more heavy stones, right? The one that who is dealing with a very bad or maybe terminal disease, illness, or the one who don't get what they want, not what they need. So what determines the size of the stone you carry? The material things or the spiritual things? And I brought these other questions question to us to think a little bit about. So Which of these two think carries the biggest stone? The one that gets angry with everything when, especially when things doesn't go um, so well when they as they want it, or the one that has faith, the one that try to be a better person, try to do their inner reformation, the one that believes that God knows everything happens for a reason. So if something bad happens, we need to learn from this. We need to understand what can I get good from this situation. Um, People instinctively look after their own well-being, and although certain that they will remain for only a short time in a place, they will want to feel as good or as comfortable as possible. There is no one who, upon finding a thorn under his or her hand, will not remove it in order to not get pricked. So, uh, it's our instinct to preserve ourselves, right? If something happens and cause some pain in us, hurts us, we will protect ourselves, right? And this is right. I'm not saying that this is wrong, okay? But I need to have, like as we said, I need to have the balance of that. I don't need to uh, be very comfortable in a place that I forget that like this place was given to me by God. He, like, if I deserve that, he can give to me. I don't know what I did in my previous life. So the struggles that I am facing now, it can be related to the things that I've done in the past. So if I say, oh, but in this life, I'm a very good person, I do everything right, and I'm suffering a lot. I have lots of pain. I have lots of things, bad things happening to me. I don't know what I have done, right? So I need to be resilient and to believe in God and His will. Well, then, the search for well being forces people to improve everything, possesses as they are of the instinct for progress and self preservation, both being contained in the laws of nature. Therefore, they label out of necessity enjoyment and duty, thereby fulfilling the design of providence which has placed them on the earth for such a purpose. As we were saying here, that everything happens for a reason and there is a purpose for us to be here. And if I progress, like if I get like a better life, like if I'm an honest person, if I'm a person who tries to follow the laws, not only God laws, but the man's laws, because we are in the earth, right? On the earth. So we need to follow the rules. If I do everything right, I am progressing myself and I can help people to progress themselves too. With my example, I need to do right. So if I say something to someone to say, no, do that, and I don't do that, I am not being an example. So I need to be an example. I need to say something that I truly do that. Okay. And God does not condemn earthly pleasures, but rather they are abused at the expense of matters of the soul. Moreover, it's against such abuse that those who apply Jesus' word, my kingdom is not of this world, are protected. So God doesn't say that you cannot have the material things. He doesn't say that we cannot like go to uh, like have travel, having some good trips, and having like material things. He doesn't say, but he's saying about the abuse that we put on these things, right? So, and sometimes I have a lot and I don't help anybody. I don't distribute to anybody. I see people struggling, but like I don't feel anything. So I'm not like it's not with me. I don't have nothing to do with that. So the person has to carry their cross, their stone. But if I'm able to help, why not? If God gave me the resource, why don't help people who are in need? I don't know if tomorrow the person who will need help is going to be me. I don't know, right? We don't know like anything from now. 1 second from now, we don't know what's going to happen, right? And then the Spiritism brought us this consolation, right? So the Spiritism, brothers once thought, and opens up new horizon instead of this narrow and small-minded view that concentrates of the present life, which makes the instant that one passes on the earth the unique and fragile pivot of the eternal future. Spiritism shows that this life is only one link in the harmonious and magnificent whole of the Creator's work. So this is so great that the Spiritism bring us like new horizons, that we don't need to think anymore that just like it's just this life and that's it. No, there will be a future life. So I have the opportunity to be the best I can in order uh, to get like this is the treasure that we take with us when we discarnate. Is the things that we do for the others, right? And the Spiritism demonstrates the solidarity that interconnects all the existence of one being, all beings of the same world, and all beings of all worlds. Because it's not the earth, right? So Jesus said there are lots of like I don't I'm not sure how to say that in English, but uh, there is no life only in earth, Jesus said. Okay, so we are almost done. So about the future life, like the spiritual, the future life, the real life, we need to think about selfishness, humility, charity in practice, benevolence towards all. And when we discriminate, they are not going to ask us, what were you? What position did you occupy? They will ask us, what good did you do? How many tears did you wipe away? How many people did you help? This is the thing that they will ask us. So to finalize, I brought this parable of the rich fool. It's in the Bible. Okay. So the ground of a certain rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, what shall I do? I have no place to store my crops. Then he said, this is what I will do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. Oops, sorry. Let's come back. Come back. Okay. And I will say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said to him, You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves but is not rich towards God. So this is in Luke um, 12, verses 16 to 21. So it's just us to think that we can have material things, but we don't need to store just for ourselves. Please help people as much as you can. Thank you.
Thank you, friend, for these reflections. We
Thank
actually
you.
have a couple of questions here. So one of the questions from our friend Publio, it's like, when do we start the preparation for the future life? Do we prepare when we are a baby in infancy, or we wait until we are at the end of life?
Okay, so when do I have to start my prepare
To
my future life infancy or when actually before I incarnate, I
uh-huh.
need to prepare, like, right? I need
Right,
to prepare for this life. And since when we are born, we need to do the best as we can. So we can like not it's not guaranteed, it's not granted to us that we will have a better future life, right? But we need to do our best.
right.
I believe in our whole life we need to prepare for our future life.
Right. So the sooner we wake up, the better.
Yes.
Right? And then the last question, how can we live in a material world being more spiritual?
Yeah, this is a challenge, right? This is a challenge, especially like in these days that we have like so many things like we have the facility to have lots of things, right? We need to, as I was saying, like we need to have a balance. We
Mhm.
need to have a purpose in our lives. Our life is not having only material things. I
Right,
can have, but I need to have the balance too. I need it's not only like things that I want to have, but the things that I need to have. That is the knowledge. That's the um, some virtues that we I need to evolve in myself, right? Develop actually. The word was developed in myself, right?
right. Yeah, so it's hard, but it's not impossible, but it needs
Yeah.
our active attention to that, right?
Yes.
We cannot
In
just go with the
discipline.
flow. Yes,
And
we cannot just
discipline.
go with the flow. If you go with the flow, the world outside is going to ask you to be more materialistic, not
Yeah.
more spiritual. So we have to remember that we are immortal spirits, and that, like you said, and that the spiritual life is the true life.
Yeah.
Friend, it was great. We thank you for your preparation, your time,
Thank
and
you for
we'll
having
see
me.
you next time.
See you. Have a good night.
So, thank you everybody for your comments in the chat. Like I said, we really appreciate your comments and your participation. So, now we're going to go to our special part of this meeting after our spiritist talk. Now we're going to go into our spiritual treatment. So, what is this spiritual treatment? So, it consists of passes, and passes are the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotion, and mental balance. So, passes help us restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with healthy, positive energy. And this will be guided passes. So, you're going to listen to a recording. So if you are not sure what to do and how to feel, just relax. In order to receive the benefits of the passes, you just need to be open to it, right? Just follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you so that you can, help you with the mentalization. But just, listen to the words and give the words and the images power as you listen to them. During the passes, remember the water that I asked you to set aside from the beginning will absorb the spiritual energy that you and your family can benefit from. So now I'll make a prayer in preparation for the passes treatment, and that will be our closing prayer as well. So let's close our eyes. Let's think of Jesus. Let's breathe in and out in preparation for the spiritual treatment. We have been listening to the gospel of Jesus Christ. We have been invited to think about this spiritual life that is the true life and that awaits us. So let's ask Jesus to help us remember every day our true nature of immortal spirits so that we cannot be distracted by the materialistic message that keeps bringing us to having, buying, instead of being and giving. May our Master Jesus help us to have the discipline so that we can be vigilant. And of course, we can live the best way we can here on earth as long as that does not cost or that does not trumps our spiritual nature. Jesus, help our families, help all of us that are here listening and congregating every week. May you bless the names of all the people that we have in the vibration book. May they be blessed and helped through your mercy and your love. May we never lose hope, and may we stay here, Jesus, together in your name many, many more times. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Friends, it's with the sweet vibrations of peace and rejoicing and health of the passes that we say good night to you all tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back here next Tuesday here in Spiritism Canada and Continental Conference Americas at 8:30 Eastern Time, and next Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. Don't forget to follow us on Spiritism Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spiritist group Path of Light on Facebook as well. So may the peace of Jesus be with you all, and have a good night. See you next week.
Come on, my friend, come to the light. Here with all our heart and soul, let's follow Jesus Christ. Let us preach the peace, let us preach the love. And this world already wonderful will be much more. Get up, look at the sky, in the earth where the flowers bloom with sunshine. Let's hold our hands and be together on this road. Then we take peace and love and spread it to the world.